Hello there, beloved Aries. Welcome to your reading this week. Let's begin with an opening prayer. Heavenly Father, we invite your holy fire to ignite within Aries today, the flame of courage, truth, and divine purpose. May every spark within their heart burn away the fear and hesitation, restoring the boldness of your spirit within them. Guide their passion towards righteousness and divine creation as they walk in the authority of your light. In Jesus' name, amen. I embody the energies before and during these reads. I can feel it. I can feel the hesitation and fear. It's like apprehension, anxiety. That's like a butterfly of the heart type of sensation. And I did see a very interesting image that reflects that. If you're ever watching that line when you're downloading something, and it's like flickering as it moves forwards. It's not like a steady download. Have you ever seen it where it's like flickering as it's moving, as the momentum? There is a flickering of the heart. There is a heart flicker. Sometimes that is very uncomfortable, the heart flicker. It causes anxiety, and everything is received through the receptives, and the nervous system receives the spiritual. It's reflected, mirrored as the spiritual body of existence first. So spirit marrying flesh, you're getting those divine revelations, that passion for life again. You can feel God, the Holy Spirit, or the universe working with you. It's like you just have to slow down, take a breath, and breathe in the universe, breathe in God, breathe in the higher awareness, the higher power that is the Lord. Okay, so we're going in with the Kabbalah Tree of Life Oracle. I wasn't going to. However, if you watched the live the other day when I was, reading the introduction to this, but then I also received this new Jesus deck of cards, which I was waiting on to do the horoscopes this week, and then the Heaven and Earth Tarot. However, if you watch my live, you will witness the monstrosity and the weird shit. They were just, it's fine. I'm not using the Heaven and Earth. They've freaked me out. I don't know if I'm ever really going to touch those cards again. Do not buy cards off Temu is the blessing in disguise there. Let's get into a Four Bodies of Existence read. Spirit, what is coming through for Aries Collective, the soul stepping forwards today? For this reading, if this reading has aligned in their reality, what is the message for them in the physical body of existence? The actor. Now, these cards, visually are very boring. That's also another reason why I didn't want to use them. I thought they were going to be big because the box that I put them in was big, but they are also very small, just small like the Temu cards. A couple of y'all asked, did I buy these ones off Temu as well? No, this was a $50 deck. Like these were quite, I think $6, $10 for the Heaven and Earth Tarot and the Jesus of Temu. Very small, reprinted, blurry. These Jesus cards are blurry also, so it's not the camera. However, it's Jesus, so we're going to roll with it. And let's see, Jesus, what's coming through for the physical body of existence before we get into the actor card. Here's a living word from you. So we have Jesus here speaking to a masculine on a park bench in the physical body of existence. Aries, I do see a masculine in your reality, in your physical experience. Whether you're in physical communication or contact even, there is a masculine coming forth here for the Aries Collective. Could be you, could be another, take it as you will, that Jesus is really communicating to. This masculine is spending some time in the physical, actually going out into nature, possibly 80% of y'all that are resonating with this, you're going out to the park, to the bench, and sitting there and having some quiet time, introspective communication to God within. We have Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Just like the Taurus super beaver moon energy, the bull at the end of this Taurus energy, Taurus full moon energy, the bull will lay down in the field to rest. That is the vibe coming through for Aries. For a specific masculine, you could resonate with it as the masculine within you if you're a divine feminine incarnate. However, it is in the physical body of existence. So it does point to the fact that Jesus is Jesus is communicating to a masculine here. God is communicating to a masculine here, or they are consciously or subconsciously, whether they know it or not. God's trying to get this masculine's attention. They're spending time, they're drawn to, spend some time, go for a walk, really connect. They may not necessarily even know why. But we do have the actor coming from Wheel 3, from the Tree of Life. So we have the actor. The actor makes you believe, Aries. The actor makes you believe. He creates and performs all the tragedies and absurdities of life while you sit and stare. Okay, very interesting. The Lord creates all that is good, all that is evil. It states it in script. It's the unity consciousness, the Christ consciousness, that God's hand is behind everything, and his wrath isn't there to destroy you. It's there to create you anew, okay? So it's interesting. I see the masculine looking at God like really questioning God's personality, God's behavior, God's actions, God's will. Maybe even viewing God. I'll just remind the masculine that Jesus is the bright morning star. Those that know. Viewing God as a trickster, as a jokester, as this Gnostic demiurge. Anyway, I'm not going to go too deeply into that. I'm going to keep it quite general for you all today. But the interpretations here for the physical body of existence, Aries, is, are you really doing something or only pretending? You may be in a temporary situation, balancing two different demands or realities. It isn't healthy for everyone to live on the shifting sands. So work out whether you can cope with this, or if it is time to opt for one or the other. Remember that if you continue to balance and juggle, people may call you a chameleon and think you are not serious. They may be wrong, of course. Being called on to play a particular role, a temporary job or project, someone who is not to be relied on, although they may have much interest to communicate, rumors, gossip, performance, theatre, a drama in your life. Okay, so there's definitely like a masculine and feminine connection coming forth here, and it's really interesting. There's no stability. I can see no stability. And again, God is coming through. There's divine intervention. However, there's no stability in regards to, you could say, mood swings, choices, desires, personalities, intentions between this relationship with the masculine and feminine. Both of you all alike are shifting like chameleons, are changing your minds, this and that. And it's ego. It's an actor, it's a mask, it's an illusion, the root, the true, eternal y'all. There's not even a question of like, should I be with this person or should I not be with this person? Because everyone is one. So this is duality, consciousness of, just stop, Aries, stop trying to identify and label the situation or the relationship, and simply make a freaking choice and stick to it, and you will feel a lot better. I suppose that's the best general channel that I can get out of that without going too esoteric. But let's go into the emotional body of existence here for Aries. We do have the head. And instantly my stomach, like the solar plexus, that free will, the ego, self-confidence even, I felt empty. Like the solar plexus, the ego wants to be fed here in the emotional body of existence, Aries. So we will see and uproot that blockage today. Jesus, what is the message for Aries' emotional body of existence? Matthew 17:20. Nothing shall be impossible unto you. So God doesn't put you through that which you can't handle. Alchemize the energy. This is emotions, emotion, energy in motion. You need to think something through rather carefully, something that is connected to your emotions, that affects your emotions as of late. Aries, take notice of what people say, but use your own reasoning. Keep your senses extended. You will need to select from all the information that is presented to you, but if you close the doors too early, you may miss something. Okay, so it's like God is guiding you, alluring you to look a little bit deeper into this situation, and you're a co-creator. You're gifted free will, you're gifted choice. However, God has a divine will. And in commune with God, you should be asking and inquiring within your emotions, Aries, in regards to what the fuck you actually want. Maybe write a list out, manifesting the perfect situation, relationship. What are you looking for in a partner? You know, what is the moral laws that are written on your heart in regards to it? Loyalty, faithfulness, communication, etc. But the possible meanings of the head card here, and you know, it is the lower, so you can see this in Hinduism. You know, Hinduism's one pillar. This is like a lot going on. However, you can see this as the lower self. So the see how the solar plexus just say here, I said is empty. It's because all this lower self, it is foundation, grounding, financial, material realm stuff, lower realm stuff, you know, is maybe draining. We'll go into the possible meanings. A debate, work which challenges your mental faculties, an issue with your boss, or an offer to take up new leadership, a connection that you must make with something outside your normal sphere, an intellectual puzzle. So yeah, it does have a lot to do in regards to the energies you are giving and receiving in your line of work, in your workplace, or lack thereof. And, you know, that is, like, if you're always working, you know, even if it's just, you know, cleaning your house or something. If you're a stay-at-home mum, you know, your job is to be a mother. So, you know, take it as you will. You don't have to look at it as so 3D. But let's go into the mental body of existence here for Aries. Audience. Now this is 13, so it's moving up the ascension process of the tree of life. There are only 14 suits of wheels, so 14 wheels with the suits. So what is it again? The audience. Interesting. Being aware, because this is the mental body of existence, of other witnesses, of people. Just simply aware of your situation is coming up. Oh, it's not 14, it's 13. The audience. Whatever you are working on needs an audience, Aries. Even your ideas need an airing, and you should ask a number of people to listen to them so that you can gauge the overall response. You do not have to act on everyone's advice, but if you listen carefully, you may gather some valuable information, perhaps as much from what is not spoken as from the words you hear. And another thing I see here is if you simply communicate your options that you are weighing up in regards to a situation and get reflections from people, that's really going to be valuable and help you at this time come to a decision, Aries. Matthew 7:7, seek and you shall find. So you will find the answers. Possible meanings here for the mental body of existence are the performing arts, a presentation, seeking an audience for your ideas or activities, being a good listener. And I also see mission work there as well, and gifting your gifted wisdom and awareness. What is your passion? What is your gift for the world? What is your soul's purpose? That you were created in the image of God in. And spiritual body of existence, we have the witness as well. 4, so stability in allowing others to see you or to see the situation is coming through. Spiritual body of existence, though, I am hearing two witnesses, father and son, you know, the masculine, the mature masculine, and the adolescent, maybe immature masculine. You know, just certain things are coming through. A witness who testifies honestly is living with the law. The person who utters a prayer sincerely is living with God. And the one who speaks to the other from the truth of his or her own being, a response is called forth. The flame below is lit and conjoins for a while the fire is above. This is a beautiful card to have in the spiritual body of existence. So uncover the flame of truth in your heart. Be ready to speak out even if you are opposed and even if you are not believed. Truth does speak to truth. Truth does speak to truth, and there will be a response, even if you cannot detect it immediately. Acknowledge the viewpoints of others, though yours is not the only one. What are you witnessing of? What will your life have spoken? Think about your contribution, not only today, but what it will mean after you are dead. Just the way that they worded that was funny as fuck. Looking at a legacy. Again, you will be in the center point, the singularity of your awareness when you passed over. Any attachment, worry, or fear to the ways of the world does pass through. If you've ever, you know, had a drug-induced or a natural spiritual collapse, gifted vision, you see time, space, self is an illusion. The witness, this is spiritual body of existence. So coming through with some esoteric awareness. If you'll never understand what I'm saying, you can always look it up, certain words. However, outspokenness, a court case may be manifesting, as above so below here, the need to testify the truth, confession, the opinion of others, your personal contribution, and a voice that cannot be heard. Be ignored. Sorry. So yeah, there is this like a veil upon someone's voice being heard, and that will be unveiled this week or shortly after or soon within the vicinity of your immediate future. We have Matthew 28:20. I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. So though you walk through the valleys of the shadow of death, fear no evil. Do not fear, do not worry. You know, brushing it off, saying it is what it is. You must move into prayer, like legit prayer and petition. Let's get an oracle card. What one can we use today? I don't know. Should we have a little bit of fun? All right, we're gonna come through with some Sufi wisdom oracle to finish off Aries read. You all have got a 20-minute read this week. We have imagination. Draw from the well of your own capabilities. And like Aries, you all are really good for that, for creating new inspired ideas, theories, inventions through your imagination. You all actually don't, you know, get told that, reflected that much. However, you're as a fire sign, the passion, the zealousness of the soul, that's where the imagination births forth and blossoms into this awe-inspiring show. Love and imagination are magicians who create an image of the beloved in your mind and heart, with which you share your intimate moments. This apparition is made of nothing at all, but from its mouth comes the question, am I not your beloved one? And from you comes the soft reply, yes, 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 Rumi. So if you feel that your physical reality, Aries, is not what you had hoped, now it is time to change it. Change begins with dreaming. Know that you are capable of more than you realize. Let your imagination guide you into dreaming. Look into your heart and listen to the truth that dwells within you. When you live as your true self, allowing the soul to shine through, you tap into the creative energy that is already flowing through you and throughout the entire universe. This oracle comes as grace to free you, Aries, from all that you have known and to guide you to use your imagination beyond what you have used in the past. Behold imagination as a gift. Let it be the bridge that connects your physical reality with spiritual reality. Explore your past, learn from it, and use it to help you set your direction as you envision the future. You are guided to be free from obsessive concerns and limiting fears to attract new opportunities. Dear Aries, be open to change. Life is rich with opportunity and so many resources are available to you. Whether you create or simply celebrate the moment, it is crucial to be free to discover your own unique path. The moment you find a way to engage creatively with life, you will discover you can draw on your own abilities and what is natural for you. Suddenly you see the universe opening and befriending you. You will begin to see beauty in your surroundings and in yourself this week, Aries. So soon you will experience the improvement of your own reality. The mantra for you all this week, Aries, is I am allowing my imagination to guide me in finding new directions and possibilities. I am accessing my own potential to live a more creative way of life. There it is. Again, you're a fire sign. Light that flame. Light that flame, get that passion, push through that flickering of the heart, any insecurity, fear, obsessive worry. And again, you can move around in spoken prayer, silent prayer. I do feel like, Aries, you need to move the body to set that flame alight, just like blowing, wind, adding air to light the flame. I'll see you all on the other side. Namaste, amen.